Well, another day of building the walls. You know, Julie and I are we're probably averaging, I don't know, 20 posts a day. And you know what, it's been, hey Julie, how hot is it today?
Way too freaking hot.
Way too freaking hot, she just said. I think it's 98, and we've been out here since
it was 88.
Since it was 88, she said. So I think that was 10 a.m., 9 a.m. We actually tried to get out earlier, but we have so many projects going on, it's hard to just focus a whole day on one thing. We have the RV park going on. We're actually trying to get other building sites taken care of. We even got our washer and dryer in today. Actually, just our washer. Our dryer is, since it's 220, I don't have it wired yet. But let me give you a shot here of what we got going on. And yeah. So just to show you what we're doing here, every so often I've got rebar and throw a pilot hole down through the horizontals to connect the horizontal to the lower layers of horizontal, and then every now and then I'm going to attach the horizontal to the verticals. So that way it'll tie it all together, nothing's going to be rolling away, and you know, keep it from settling as much as possible.
we got the walls up about 4 feet, and we're going up 7 feet. So it'd be really cool if we could get it done tomorrow. We do have to put in our ridge posts, which are in the center, and let me show you how we're doing this. We're building obviously against our vertical posts, and our horizontal posts are actually, we have them wired to dead men, which are the crappy railroad ties that we put down on the bottom. Then we wire them to the vertical posts and the horizontal posts, and then we backfill onto them, and it keeps everything really tight and doesn't want to move. Right now Julie is putting the Vis Queen on our first 4 feet, which you can see there. You can see the wire that's hanging over there. That is for our dead men right there. I'm going to drop down in, and we're going to wrap the wire around the dead men, and then back up to this vertical post here. And then I'm going to backfill it. So let me do that, and as soon as it's backfilled, let me get back on here and show you. Here we go. I got the dead men in, and it's backfilled. So we are knocking off for the day. It's only a nice, cool, crisp 97? Roughly 97 degrees. So we have a killer business here in town that has incredible cheesecakes. It's called Brian's Cheesecake. So we're gonna go and get ourselves a few slices of cheesecake for dessert tonight. I'll give another shot tomorrow after we're done showing the progress, and I would really like to be able to get these exterior walls up to the 7 foot mark. And then we're going to have a 8 foot ridge beam. You can see how the center is higher. I'm going to have to cut I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to cut. This whole thing's going to be under dirt. So, you know, I just have to make sure that water runs off, and it's not like anybody's going to actually see what's going on underneath this mound. So, all right, stay tuned. We are refreshed. We took yesterday off. It is our family day, our Sabbath, and we are refreshed and ready to go. So it's only supposed to be in the low 90s today, so we're gonna see if we just slam this bad boy out. And today is Julie and I's 29th anniversary. What better way to spend your anniversary than to build your tornado shelter? And let's get started with this party. guys, sometimes you gotta think outside the box. Being a homesteader and living off a grid so many years, you do a lot of that. Well, this being a rental, obviously this is over the 4th of July weekend, and they delivered me a machine that has a slow leak in the tire. Well, I got all excited and told myself I was going to get those walls built today, and forgot to top the air off on this, and popped it off the bead. So basically what I learned to do on the homestead is you know, you take what you can, and you ever seen this done before? I never did, but first thing I do is I take a strap and I ratchet it around the center of the tire, getting it to pucker out, give somewhat of a seal around the edge. Then once it's touching and sealed, take Flex Seal. As you can see, I've already sprayed it inside and out, and fill her on up. That scared the bejesus out of me. Ladies and gentlemen, just saved myself $200 getting a mobile tire guy out here. Live it, love it, learn it. Flex Seal. Well, how do you feel, Julie?
Oh my God.
97 degrees, it's 3:30. We've been out here since, what time did we get out here? 8?
9-ish.
And all of a sudden, both of us just collapsed. We were just like zapped. So we went inside, we both took a cold shower, and revamped. Now we're good to go. We are going to get the rest of this up today. We are not going to stop until it's done. We are officially over 6 feet there. We're actually going to be going over 7 feet because my daughter's boyfriend is 6 foot huge, and
6'4", I think.
and we don't want him coming over and having to duck and smacking his head. So this is what we got left. We're gonna get busy. Let's do this. Couldn't do it. I got refreshed by that little break in the shower. Went back out, and that heat punched me in the face. Texas heat winds. Next shot will be tomorrow when we get started, or if I get all rambunctious and I get it done, and I'll show you with the walls done, and then we're going to work on our ridge beams, and then we're going to start laying our ties for our roof. And then our pond liner should be here, which we purchased a 20 by 30 to drape over the whole roof to make it watertight, and we're going to put some earth bags on it, and then we're going to bury it. So I'm hoping that this will be done Wednesday. Today is Sunday. Stay tuned. This is one of the earliest starts that we've had. It's actually about an hour later than what I wanted to get going. It is 7:30 and it is 84 degrees. So there is where we're at, right there. Well, it almost caught me off guard again. Loaded up these three ties and almost rolled the tire. You know, you'd figure if you spend $3,000 a month on a backhoe, you would end up with a machine that wouldn't, you know what I'm saying. Well, this is the day after the last day that I shot, and yesterday was 102, and we pulled 8 hours, got all the walls up, and we had to put in a bunch of dead men. You know, I don't know if you guys ever seen any of those movies, Buried Alive. Let me tell you something. This thing is not going to come down in an earthquake, tornado, hurricane, you name it. It's not. It's gonna stand. Plus, I'm gonna have a good 4+ feet of earth on it, so it's got to be able to withstand. I mean, everything is all vertical posts are railroad ties, ridge beams, railroad ties, and I'm only going 7 feet spanned with a railroad tie, which my calculations was it can, you know, I'll be able to drive my truck on it. We did go ahead and put in double ridge beams. This one wall here, it's got a wow in it because I ended up following a railroad tie that was bowed, and it's not going to hurt anything structural wise, but you know, if some engineer was to get in here, and you could definitely pick it apart. I've got a beam that's obviously not bubbled out here and there. My walls, you know, using number 2s, I had to seriously, you know, shim here and there to try to come up as level as possible. So let me do a walk around here. As you can see down there, we're starting to level up the floors, and I'm also putting railroad ties at the base of the beams, and the fill that I'm using is actually from over there at the pond. That stuff packs in like concrete. So as soon as we get this leveled, then we're running the compactor over it, and we should be styling. So we got one more ridge beam to put in, and we're going to build the wall over there. I'm going to probably put the, we're not sure what side we're going to put the door, but let me walk down there and show you guys. Here you go. This is the inside. Now think about this. Think about a typical tornado shelter. You know, you look them up. If you get yourself a 6x6 or an 8x8 or even a 10x10, you know, look up how much you're going to end up spending. So far I've got, I'll just say with the screws and the ties, $1,000 into it so far. But I have smashed a finger, and I have pulled a Hemi. So, you know, we're gonna quit today due to the fact that we're just at the point now to where we're kind of baking under the sun. And don't know if you know it, but these railroad ties, they get so hot in 100 degree, they get too hot to touch. So they are going to hold the temperature of the underground, which is incredibly awesome. So what that means is inside here, while the sun's baking us, it seems like it's 20 degrees hotter in here because it's like an oven. We're gonna start back up again tonight around 5 when it cools down a little bit. Give you another shot when we knock off.